Hey guys, here we are for another game. Um, Looks like we are going to be on the draw. Once again, just trying to get a couple games in with this new build where we've added the Mirren Crusaders and the Swords of War and Peace. Finally, we're getting a chance to see a game against traditional Delver, or at least Delver variant. Very excited to see how this deck holds up against Delver. After some of the changes here, this was one of the matches that I specifically kind of aimed this combo deck for. Unfortunately, during the PTQ that I played in, Delver was the only deck that I lost to. So kind of fell short of that, but it did very well against the rest of the field. So looking forward to kind of seeing where we can take this deck. Now here we could go for the second champion, or we could go for the Gather. Now normally I would go for Gather the Townsfolk here, except because we're up against Delver, well, number one, we know that he has Leak, and then we also know that he has Vapor Snag. So if he Vapor Snags my champion, I can still replay it after combat. So we're going to go for the champion play and see what he does. Also, by playing the champion, leaving a mana open, he may be holding out for another spell to mana leak. Otherwise, he would know that we have no overplays if we play the Gather. Somewhat subtle plays here, but I think that, especially considering he has Vapor Snag, might be the better play. We're going to hold back the collar just because we want to get the most value possible with the Puresteel Paladin. Okay, so now we're going to try to bait him out with the Doom Traveler, and we will see what happens. Let's see if he takes the bait, and he took the bait, giving us free reign to gather the Townsfolk. So hopefully he doesn't have Vapor Snag. We can bash in for 7 here. Looks like he does not. And we should hopefully have a chance at racing. So it looks like we're up against the Lingering Souls Drogskull Captain variant, which is fine. And I'm not sure, which variant we have a better game against, but we definitely have a good sideboard plan and good mainboard plan with the Grafdigger's Cage via Trinket Mage to shut it down. So Sword of War and Peace here is still a very welcome sight. At this point here, we could hold back on the humans, but honestly, if he kills one human with the Aberration, we're just fine with that. So we're just going to be bashing in, trying to push as much damage as possible. Luckily, he does not have the black for the Lingering Souls, and that is game. Okay. Okay, so against Delver, let's kind of review the sideboard plan. When we're up against the Lingering Souls variant, we're definitely going to want to be bringing in Grafdigger's Cage. Now, traditionally in the Lingering Souls variant, they do not run Geist of St. Traft, so we're going to hold back on the Phantasmal Image. For the moment, we might still bring it in just to copy Dungeon Geists, or potentially to copy a Drogskull Captain, or even a Delver, so we might still bring it in. Let's see. Spellskite has been very good against Delver, just redirecting various threats, including Dungeon Geists and Gut Shot if he runs it, or Vapor Snag especially. Quiver is also quite good against the Lingering Souls variant. We want to definitely have as many life staffs as possible. Misstep is quite good as well. Oblivion Ring is fine, but it's still a little bit slow. I think on this one here we're going to actually cut the Warren piece just because they're a little bit clunky, especially with Vapor Snags out there. And then we're going to look at what else can we shave here. So I think we still want Crusader. We might pull Crusaders because he is a little bit clunky, but he does hit very hard if he does ever connect. So I think we're going to shave the Crusader, and then let's see, what else do we want to cut? Okay, Flare Husk is not as important here. We'll probably cut down to 2 collar. And then I think maybe shave 1 more Crusader. And I think this is fine. We might even be better served with Image over the last Crusader, to be honest. I think we're just going to go with that, yeah. So this is an interesting handout. It is only a 1-lander, but we do have Opal and Staff, and we have Metal Misstep. So I think we're just, since we are on the draw, I think I'm actually going to keep here. Especially if we can get the turn 1 Delver. Luckily, we did draw into the plans here. Since we have 2 Puresteel, we're definitely happy to just push forward with Puresteel. You know, otherwise, you might want to at least consider, especially just because we are still mostly a combo deck, weighing kind of when is the correct time to play your Puresteel Paladin. And there are certainly times when you do want to just run it out, but you know, it's always worth just considering when's the best possible use of putting it out there, since there are so many things that kill it. Okay, now we can wait for the second Gut Shot and just blow them out. And I guess he had 3. Okay. Okay, so here, let's see. Yeah, we're still just bashing in first. We could hold back, I mean, try to trade a Snapcaster. May not be the worst. I think we're still a little bit aggressive here, so I'm okay with it. But now, considering he might have had the mana leak there, it's worth thinking about which one of these two you want to run out. We can tutor for either one of them if we get a Trinket Mage, but since we're a little bit up on life, that's the reason I ran the staff out first, because I was trying to sort of hope to bait the leak again. So now we're really able to kind of start going off here a little bit. If we could draw Mortar Pot, it's just going to be gravy. We could have played collar there first to see what we draw in case we draw like a blue source, but we do have Mox now, so I'm not as worried about that. I mean, it still might have been better if no one did see Chrome, so not a huge difference there, but it would have been nice to have this in play, I suppose. Definitely want to protect the Puresteel as long as we possibly can. So if we do randomly pick up a mortar pod, we're ready to go. We could have hedged a little bit by leaving life staff on this guy and collar on this guy, but yeah. So now we're just hoping to get a chance to get Trinket Mage in here to turn off his graveyard incursion. But Mortar Pod will do just fine. And now we get to wipe his board. And gain obscene amounts of life. We may actually just be able to kill him at this point. Let's see. Maybe not quite. Let's see. With a collar, so the 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then attack. Can't quite kill him. We're very close to being able to just outright kill him. But we can just attack and make it official. So yeah, now we just wipe his board, bash in, and next turn we should be able to finish it. And he just gives us the match. So, thanks again, guys, for watching, and we'll have more up soon.